EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Come on, let's
They
go.
catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he finds Daniels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A handoff to Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's Cousins. To the left side here for Eifert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it down out of the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tough roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. See that trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll set up the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Gordon on first down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Eddie Goldman forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Lucky
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Back to throw here. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw now on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 43. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Sturgis able to knock it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Come on, let's go! What, 90? What, 90?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one there, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Set up to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. 4th down, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Corey Legion busting through to get him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll give it to Mixon. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal.
Here's Mixon. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Single receiver. Hey, Jordan Island over there. Single receiver.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Nixon with a first down carry. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
Back to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. Running left, it's Nixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. to Mixon on the check down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Give him 14 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though
he got his man complete, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on first down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. It's caught by Crowell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and it often gets you to overcome.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chargers getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Muscles them off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I knew that.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Gordon. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on third.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They sort of creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Now Gordon.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Continues for Gordon as he gets it here. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop the throw. And he finds Daniels. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll try to run forward with Crowell. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. First down carry now for Crowell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my play list, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, here's Mixon. Ooh, the juke. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Corral. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know you feel that. Let's go! Try 38! Try 38!
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with
come
it,
on.
so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for Cincinnati, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the